Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dimitri Johnson, and you're listening to MMALatestNews.com.
It's time to roll, baby.
Not really. It wasn't. I didn't really get any jitters. I felt quite comfortable in there, but too comfortable. I didn't realise the level. Obviously, I've not fought at that level before. When I got in there, it's like a different level straight away. So I'll be ready for that this time. Like from the bell, I'll be switched on to that.
So when you got the call for the UFC, do you think it was a joke at first? Or how did it come about the first time? So who mentioned it to you and how did it come about?
So it's mad though. Do you know my mate Jonas? He fought today.
Yeah.
I was in the car with one of my other Danish mates and was talking about one of his missed opportunities, Jonas's. So was in the car on the way to boxing. I've just come back from Jamaica. I was like 82 kilos. I was massive. We're speaking about like missed opportunities. Next minute, my coach phones me in the car, put him on loudspeaker, saying UFC want you to fight in 3 weeks. Can you make the weight? I'm saying yeah, of course I can make the weight. Who am I fighting?
Who was your coach?
Carl Prince.
Carl Prince.
Yeah,
Carl Prince.
Carl Prince.
Did you think? Has he been serious?
Do you know what I thought? I didn't know what to think. I was just thinking it's crazy, and it's like, can you make the weight? I'm saying yeah. Who am I fighting? He said a name. I've never heard of him before. I just said yeah, take the fight.
Yeah.
Then obviously I went to my session, trained. After the session, I watched him, and I knew I got to fight, but I was ready.
So you were gonna make weight even if someone had to cut your leg off?
Mate, either way, I'm getting in there. I'm not missing no opportunity. Like, who says it's going to come round again?
Yeah.
I was supposed to fight in Cage Warriors in October against Dean Truman. Anything can happen. Like when you find at the top level, anything can happen. Like I've seen a lot of fighters miss opportunities because they didn't take fights.
I agree.
So,
And it's like I think the UFC like that as well because they like people who step up to the plate, no fucking around, I don't know if I can make this. You show up, and you didn't just show up. You should have won the fight.
Yeah.
In Abu Dhabi, what was it like fighting over in Dubai?
Oh, it was a good experience. It was a bit hot in the arena, but that wasn't too much. It was a good experience. Like obviously I'm fighting in London in 2 weeks' time in front of my home crowd. That's going to be good because my friends and family can come.
Yeah.
But I like to travel as well. I like to see the world, doing my job at the same time.
Do you think did you have to acclimatise before you went? Did that play a part in?
Really, we got out there about 7 days before the fight, maybe 9. And when we was training in the hotel, we put the heater up on like 27 degrees. Do you know what I'm saying? So that helped out a lot as well.
So they call you the Miracle Man.
Yeah.
But I actually call you the Bionic Man. Now the reason why I call you the Bionic Man is for anyone who doesn't know, you have an unbelievable story. I mean, 50 Cent has nothing on you. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't want to go on about it too much, but basically. 2013, you're outside the barbershop, one thing led to another, you ended up getting shot in the face twice, I believe. Spat the bullets out, got in the car, went to the hospital. For me, I'm drawn in just by hearing that story. It's just an absolutely unbelievable story. When you were recovering at that time, you're obviously you're in a bit of a bad place, whatever. Could you have imagined 8 years later, 9 years later, you're going to be in the UFC? Could you imagine how life would have took you at that point?
Yeah, no way. Like that's never been a thought in my mind that I was going to be a fighter. I didn't even do any combat sport before that, so my sport was kind of football, but I went away from that at like 15, 14, so I would have never have thought that. That's why you can't give up in life though, because anything's around the corner.
So you never did MMA pre being shot?
Nothing.
That's unbelievable. So what made you? How did you get into it? What was the first thing?
I used to watch it and I used to think, this is good. Like I used to like it, and my dad used to have the first UFC DVDs like back in the day. Crazy Ken Shamrock and that. So I used to watch it and I used to like it then. And then a gym opened up in Manchester and it was like.
What was your gym? Was that All Power?
Yeah, All Power Manchester.
So Panikos Youssef is your trainer.
Brendan was the
Brendan was the trainer. Panikos owns it. Jamie Lace. So that was the first. So I remember Brendan talking about you saying this kid's come off the street. I think he was on a podcast, Fighting Out of Manchester podcast.
Yeah.
And I remember him saying on the podcast, this kid Lerone Murphy is he's come off the street type thing. He's a serious talent. Yeah. And so it stuck in my head. Then when I saw the UFC, I thought, this is this Lerone Murphy. And then hearing the story about being shot. So I mean, the stars of the line really. Like where you could have got to where you are now is inspirational.
Exactly.
And do you think kids in is it from Manchester?
Yeah.
Do you think they look up to you now and they see the road you've gone to and you could have gone to?
Yeah, because it's in reach, innit? Like you you would have never thought I would be here. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's in reach for anybody. Like maybe not in this sport, in a different sport, maybe in business. Like everything's in reach. Like just go out and get it, put the work in.
And who are your main heroes, your main influences? I know Brendan. Who are the main people who have shaped you to fighting, not as a man, just fighting? Right?
Yeah.
Who would you credit?
So my uncle Oliver, he's just passed away.
Oliver Harrison.
Oliver Harrison.
Joe, is that your uncle?
Yeah.
No way.
He's shaped me. Like I just look up to him. If I can be anything like him in the future, I'll be buzzing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like just little things he says and that, and he'll
Great
tell
trainer.
you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, great coach. Like he'll just tell you like, don't get ahead of yourself, and he'll just tell you like the real, like you're not that good technically, but you can fight. And he's good, man. I love him.
So Oliver Harrison was a famous boxing coach, sadly passed away, trained Martin Murray, Amir Khan, but he was probably one of the best coaches in the world. Bit of an unsung hero, to be honest with you.
Definitely, yeah.
I think everyone in Manchester knows like, and the kind of dude where doesn't want the publicity. You can tell the real trainers. There's some trainers out there, it's all about them. With Oliver, it was just about the fight.
Yeah, definitely. And he cared about his fighters as well. He
Yeah.
cared about his fighters, and that's a big thing. Like he wasn't out there to get money, to do anything. He cared about his fighters. I've been in the gym a few times when he said to pro fighters, I think you should give it up, and they're like 2-0 and stuff because you're not. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he cares about his fighters, so he's a good coach.
Because that's how you with the boxing background now. So you would say you come from a boxing background before.
Not really, because I never
Would
really
you spar
trained.
now?
I do now. Yeah. After the incident, like as soon as I started training, I thought, wait, I've got family in this, so I went over there and done a bit of training and stuff.
Yeah. And if we say, how old are you now?
28.
28. So if you say 10 years, 12 years, you look back in your career's done. You can't predict the future. What's the goal? Would you say?
The goal ultimately is obviously to get a title. That's the goal. But
UFC title.
Yeah, UFC title. I just want to get my name out there and then create something for the younger generation coming up. Maybe build a gym. That's my main goal, to build a gym, do well in the UFC, build a gym, bring up and coming fighters off the streets and stuff, and from wherever walk of life, and create a better life for everybody else.
And just one last question. You know what I love the most about UK Noosa, Brendan Lockney? I don't know you personally, but I've known like the coaches, so I sort of know the story from afar, and just to see how you're doing things in different organisations, but it's like you're sort of a team, and you're trying to prove something to people that look, you can change your life around. Like you can do silly stuff and go down the wrong path, or you can do silly stuff, but you can change your life around, and there's absolutely no doubt about it. And you're living proof of that, and Kane and Brendan. Do you think that's in your psyche? Like, do you think now you've got the public profile, you actually think about that? You think, I've got to be sort of a role model now?
Yeah, of course, you always think about that. And on the other hand of things, it's like, there's no pressure on me. I'm already doing way better than I should have. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's no pressure on me. I'm just going in there and I'm doing me. I'm doing my best. Right, so that's it.